Hi, my name is Sarah Matic, and I work out of the St. Louis office. I actually started with the Real Estate Express Group over 3 years ago as an enrollment specialist. My position now has changed so that I am the supervisor for both the Elite and Rex call center groups. So just providing the best support I possibly can to our teammates as well as our company. We want you to come here loving what you do every day. Your job is to be here on time, ready to go for your team, for our students, and it's just so vitally important that you're here and present and able to jump in and do what's needed, especially for our students. So we, first of all, with these expectations, we have kind of a code of mastery that we have set up, the leadership has. The first one is mastering self, basically. So what this entails are very simple things. We show up before the shift starts. We're ready to go, logged in, ready to take those first phone calls. And then we're also staying until the very end, until those last calls are out of the queue. So sometimes that does run us past that 5 o'clock mark because some students will wind up getting in there right at 5:01 just because they've dialed the number beforehand. But we want to make sure that all of our students are taken care of the best way that we possibly can by the end of the day. Another part of mastering self is to let our customers hear that smile. You will hear Lacey and call quality going over that. She wants to hear that smile in your voice because it does come through. Even if your customer service experience is face-to-face in the past, you know that changes the tone of your voice as you're speaking to somebody, and you have to watch your body language. But when you're on the phone, there are times where we want to put a mirror up just so that we recognize the fact that we do need to continue to smile over the phone because it comes through. Love your career. You will hear our CEO on a regular basis say, we want people to enjoy what you're doing, have a good time. If this is not the career path that you no longer want to pursue, that's okay. We'll help support you to get to where you want to be. But in the meantime, just come in and enjoy what you're doing. Embrace the company culture. So this is something that we will speak to time and time again, is our culture and our core values. During the interview process, we go over those core values that we try to live by every day: love, trust, joy, boldness, and teamwork. And they need to be lived every day. It's not just words on a wall. We are a company that changes constantly. So we have to learn to embrace those changes. And sometimes that's not always easy. So knowing that change is part of the company's growth, and it's also part of ours because it provides opportunities for us to think outside of the box and how do we handle this the best way possible to help support the business as well as our students in the meantime. Also part of mastering self is definitely being able to take that feedback. You will be meeting with our call quality assurance person once a week, and that is an opportunity. Some people see this as a time where everything is going wrong, but this is really a chance for you to speak with somebody that wants you to succeed, wants to provide the most epic customer service. And whether it's Lacey or somebody that is filling those shoes at that moment, we want to be open to that feedback and have a good communication with that. And then when things do go awry, know that you have supports. Your team lead is available to you and can help you get through those problematic times where you have an upset student or some type of situation that's escalated. Know that you have the ability to escalate those situations. And we'll go through all of those scenarios within the decision tree later on in the training as well.
All right.
So the next section is mastering relationships. So we want to respect and trust our coworkers. Teamwork is crucial, as you know.
Yes.
We want to appreciate sincerely. I love the part of our renewals, which we'll talk about in a little bit, where we sincerely appreciate people. And it's not just, I appreciate your style. It's, I appreciate the fact that I know you will always take care of our students, or that you always come in to work with a smile on your face and a great attitude. So we also want to, in the same frame of mind, be positive and optimistic. That spreads like wildfire. The negative energy can also spread, but this will take it even higher. And that's what we want to project on that call center floor, especially. If we have those situations where things go awry and we need to take a minute to settle, then that's fine. We take a walk, you know, or you find me or you find your team lead, and then we have that discussion.
All right.
Encourage each other. So we can do that through chat. We can do that in person. We can do that just as you're crossing paths with somebody. You know, I've been there. That is a rough moment, but you'll get through this. You know how. And then when necessary, volunteer to pick up those needed assignments. If somebody else is out and something falls through, that is the definition of teamwork, is being able to help each other out. So the third portion of this mastery is mastering the game. And what this means is the whole business, the whole job description, the whole teamwork, inside and out, what we're here to do. So we want to be determined to create a bond between the company and the customer. That is so much a part of what we do here. So many of our businesses relate to each other or build upon each other, that we want to be able to build that retention and build raving fans that want to come back to us year after year after year. That's a fantastic conversation, by the way, when you have a student that calls in and says, I've been using you for 10 years, and it happens all the time. So that's really awesome. We want to be smart about our goals for the team and deliver outstanding quality service. We want to encourage and maintain those core values that we were talking about. And then we also want to use some of the tools that you'll be provided with, including our purpose and passion statements, our DISC, which you'll be diving into a little bit later, understanding how to communicate with certain personality types, because we are just a collaboration of a bunch of personalities, of course. Okay, so that is basically the mastering. The other expectations that I wanted to go through with you today would be dress code. We're pretty casual. It's casual to casual business most of the time. I just would ask that you don't look like you rolled out of bed when you come in. I don't see that being an issue, but you know, just respect the business. Yep. We talked about the arrival and preparedness. So just arriving at least 10 minutes before your shift so that you're allowed to go grab your coffee or your water, make your oatmeal, whatever needs to be done, be logged into your phone, be logged into your computer, and just ready to take those first calls. Yep. Also, if you needed to call off, I will be providing, or your team lead will be providing you with their information. So it's just a text saying, or a call saying, I am unable to do this at this point. I apologize. I can't make it in for XYZ. You know, the more time you give me, the better, of course, but we understand people get sick. So with all that being said, all those numbers will be provided to you. traffic backs up and you're running behind, just shoot me a text or give me a call and let me know that you're running behind. Okay. Parking, basically, you're just going to want to not park in the visitor parking, or if you're in another location, you're going to want to visit with your team lead or your supervisor to find out where you should be parking.
Okay.
With the scheduling, we have lots of PTO every year. So we want to make sure that with that scheduling, that we are looking at the calendar that's posted first, and we'll show you how to get to that. It depends on what team you're working with, but for in example for Rex, we allow one person on each one of those teams to be off at one time because it is a smaller group. But for another call center group like McKissick or Elite, most of the time it's going to be, if there's already 2 people off, we ask that, exactly, but see your team lead for that information specifically. And then you're going to go ahead after you've looked at the calendar to see how many other people are off. Then you're going to go ahead and enter through Paycor, and you'll have some Paycor training to find out exactly how to go about requesting that time off. And I do request that you put that in at least 24 hours, have a conversation with me and say, this is why I need to, and then we'll go from there, but you'll request it through Paycor.